I'm going to jump to configuration synchronization. We talked pretty extensively about how this system works when we were looking at views and how we can ensure that we don't accidentally delete views that we need. But there's one other workflow bit that I want to cover here, which is migrating configuration from one site to another. So the way this workflow works is that we'll export configuration and then we'll import it. It's pretty straightforward, but I wanted to point out something that might be a little confusing in the process. So I'm going to go to the Export tab, and I'm going to export the full archive. And now I'm going to simulate what would happen if we modified some configuration. So I'm going to go to Structure, Block Layout, and I'm going to add a new block in the header. We'll just place the page title block. This is just as an example. I'll click Save Block, and now I'm going to go back to Configuration and Development and Configuration Synchronization. Okay, so at this point, our export is different than the configuration in our database. So I'm going to import to revert back to our previous version. I'm going to select it and upload it. So the import process didn't revert our configuration back, but instead it shows us what the changes are and gives us the option of importing them. So if we go to this, I'm going to view the differences. Now you might not know exactly what all of this is, but we know that we added a block to our layout, and in our previous configuration we didn't have that block. So it looks like all of this right here just has to do with our new block, and this is under active. So this is what's currently in the database. Staged is what we're attempting to import, and it says that it's been removed. So it's saying that our page title block is no longer. So taking a look at these differences can be a valuable way to make sure that you're importing the right configuration and that you're not overriding something that you need to export first. If we import this, now if we go back to our block configuration, I'll go to Block Layout, we'll see in the header that we no longer have the block that we added. At this point, we also have a set of configuration that our system can measure against. So if we do the same thing that we did before, and we add a new block, I'm going to place the page title block, I'll save it, and then I'll go back to Development, Configuration Synchronization. We now see this change here. So what this is doing is comparing the configuration that we last imported with our current configuration. If we clicked Import All, we would override our change. So this is a potential sticking point. From here, it looks like we might have missed some configuration that we're importing, but in fact, what we'd be doing is reverting back to old configuration. So just keep aware when you're in this section, and if you have any questions at all, you can always hit Export first and then come back and experiment with the import.